Are you ready to soar to new heights personally and professionally? We all want greater levels of success in many areas in our lives, our work, and our business. But we've got to ask ourselves, am I willing to do the inner work to develop myself into the person who can attract, receive, and maintain that next level of success that I'm seeking? Ask yourself that right now. We're powerful creators of our own reality, and what we believe in our minds and what we do in our patterns of behavior on a daily basis produces the reality that we see out in front of us. And if we want a different reality, we've got to change our mindset and our habits to create something different. Today, we're going to start discussing the first of the 5 roadblocks that limit our success and how to break through them. And the first roadblock to our success is shame. The bottom line is that we don't understand and we don't own our value. So we play small, we stay stuck, we settle for less in many areas of our lives and our businesses. Shame robs us blind every day, and we're unaware of the more that is awaiting us by buying into those same old lies of shame that are working against us. Here's the deal. Shame is a personal attack on our identity, and it keeps us believing things like, I'm not enough, I don't deserve, I should have done something different, or should have made that decision, or not done that. I shouldn't have done that. I've messed up. I will mess it up. I'm too much. I'm a failure. I can't have. It won't happen for me. Shame is our personal brand of not enough and all the same too much. When shame is present, it manifests in one of 4 ways. It manifests through pride, performance, perfectionism, or powerlessness. Pride convinces us that I can do it better. I am better. I am right. It makes us stubborn and small-minded. We stop growing and learning, and we aren't open to seeing anything new or anything different. We disconnect and isolate from people. We put up walls, and we refuse to ask for help. Pride robs us of the opportunities to expand, to connect, to experience the more that is available to us in every area of our lives and our business. We perform when we believe that we have to do enough and have enough to be enough, because we don't know that we already are enough. We feel that we have to earn our value through people pleasing, achieving, or approval seeking. We don't feel like we can just show up authentically and be who we were created to be, or do what we really want because it isn't okay for some reason. So we stay stuck in a prison of existence that just creates this perpetual overwhelm and frustration and exhaustion and eventually burnout. Perfection tells us this. It tells us that I have to be perfect. I have to do it all right. It's not okay to be human. I have to be superhuman. And that's an impossible feat. So perfectionism actually becomes self-destructive and unattainable. And trying to be perfect enough to be enough hampers our success. And it's actually correlated with depression, anxiety, addiction, life paralysis, that whole analysis of paralysis, and missed opportunities. Because sometimes we just don't get it done because it has to be perfect. And so we never do anything. And when we feel powerless, the 4th thing that shame manifests in, that powerlessness, we can't make decisions for our lives. And we can't make decisions about how we really want to spend our time and our energy and our resources. We live like victims in our lives and businesses, believing lies like, I have to keep doing this even though it no longer brings me joy. I can't say what I really want to say because there's going to be retribution for that. I can't do what I really want to do because I'm going to let somebody down. And we just stay in that prison of existence, believing those same old lies and feeling powerless. From a young age, we learn what standards and expectations we must live up to and what roles we must play in our families. And we carry those same roles out throughout our lives. We perform, we people please, we gain approval and acceptance, and we live on autopilot in the same patterns that we've always known. We don't ever stop to really examine where those patterns are leading us. And many of us really never stop to learn how to take ownership of our choices and our decisions. We just live reactively and keep doing what we've always done, even though it's not working. In our painful experiences and our disappointments and delays in life, we get discouraged. And over time, we develop this defeated mindset, and we operate out of that mindset. We believe that we're powerless to change anything, even though we're struggling and we're miserable. So we just stay there. During my own breakthrough coaching journey, I heard many of these same statements come out of my mouth frequently. I couldn't make that change. I couldn't do what I really wanted to do. I had to keep doing what everybody else needed me to do and expected of me. I couldn't say what I really thought or how I felt because there was going to be retribution for it. And as long as I did believe those lies, I lived in frustration and desperation. But soon I realized that I had felt powerless for as long as I could remember, and that pride, perfectionism, and performance had entrapped me in a much harder and smaller existence than the one I was created for. And my success and my joy, the joy that was available to me, was hindered greatly for many years because the root of my problem was that I didn't understand my worth and my value. I was hustling for my worth and my value all the time. And eventually, my conviction turned into hope. What if I really started living from my value? Who God says that I am, and the value that I have as His beloved child, created with a unique purpose and a destiny instead of trying to strive for my value. What if I shifted it? What if I began to do that? Live from that place? What if I started thinking and living and leading like the divinely powerful warrior that I am? That would mean that I would gain clarity about what I really wanted and what mattered most to me and start living in alignment with it. Then I could live out of the passion and the purpose that God wired in me and stop living for the acceptance and the approval of others. I could be perfectly imperfect me, just like I am. I could ask for what I wanted and needed. I could disappoint people. I could decide when I wanted to say yes and no. I could set healthy boundaries. I could do more of what I love and less of what I didn't. And I didn't have to keep tolerating what wasn't God's best for me. That was a huge realization for me that created an enormous amount of breakthrough in my life. And you can do the same. It's time to step out of shame. It's time to identify the lies that you believe and break agreement with them. Come out of agreement with them. Take a huge step towards your freedom. Ask God to tell you personally how He made you special, and be willing to receive your value in and through Him. And then when you align your mindset with His truth, and you take courageous action to make decisions that are aligned with the passions, the values, and the purpose that He placed in your heart, then everything will start to change. When we're empowered with truth and we live from our authentic selves, grounded in our significance, living from our significance, not for our significance, that inner warrior awakens. And he or she can arise into his or her greatness. And we can live and lead bravely, freely, and authentically in a life of fulfillment, and we can step into that next level of success that is waiting for us.